Welcome to the Maimonides Mitzvah moment. Today, in today's lesson, we're looking at a new Shabbat mitzvah that we haven't talked about yet before. This is the type of mitzvah that many people may not even be aware that it exists. There's a special prohibition. It's called Tchum Shabbos, which means that there is a limitation on how far a person can walk on Shabbos. This is not to be confused with the prohibition against carrying on Shabbos. We talked about the mitzvah to rest, the prohibition against work. One of the forms of forbidden work was carrying something in a public domain on Shabbos. This is a completely different prohibition. The prohibition against going beyond the walking limits on Shabbos. Where does this mitzvah come from? In the Torah, in the Torah's narrative, when we learn about the falling of the manna, the man that comes from heaven, that the Jews ate in the desert. So Moshe Rabbeinu says the man's going to fall every day of the week except on Shabbos. So do not go out to collect the man on Shabbos. But Moshe says the following, or the Torah, Hashem's instructions are the following: Al yetze ish mimkomo. No man shall leave his place, shall leave his space on Shabbos. Now, what does that mean? Does it mean that you can't leave your home on Shabbos? Of course you can. You can leave your home and walk around the neighborhood and go to shul and visit friends, etc. So what is mikomo? So biblically speaking, a person is allowed to walk around the entire neighborhood or the entire city that he inhabits. He can leave the city and go up to, according to the Rambam, 12 mil, which is about 12 kilometers. So you can walk about 12 kilometers beyond the city limits. After that, there's a biblical prohibition. You cannot walk any further. That's biblically speaking. Rabbinically, they're a little bit more stringent. They say you can walk the entire city, and then only 2,000 amos, with 2,000 cubits, which is roughly 3,000 to 4,000 feet beyond the city limit, after which you have to stop. You're not allowed to walk any further. Now, if you live in an urban city like Toronto, then it's not really something that's going to come up, because who's going to walk the whole city and then beyond the city limits? But if you're at the cottage, or in a little small town, or if you're camping somewhere over Shabbos, then this can become an issue. And that's the mitzvah of Tchum Shabbos, and we'll talk about it a little bit more in tomorrow's lesson.